Alrighty guys, how's it going? I'm the O2 guy. This will be my first stream, so I'm sitting down to play Divinity Original Sin 2. I've played a few hours of this game already. I must say I'm pretty impressed. It's a really great combination, I think, of if Dungeons and Dragons game came to life as a video game, mixed with sort of very Diablo 3 feel, or if anyone has ever played Champions of Norath, one of my personal favorite childhood games, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to jump right into a single player campaign for you guys. We're going to jump into Explorer mode. I've tried both Classic and Tactician mode for a couple of hours each, and I don't know, maybe I'm just shit at this game, but I seem to die an awful lot, so I'm going to go with the easiest mode, which they've nicely named Explorer mode, so you can't exactly tell that I'm picking super easy mode. So thank you, Divinity Original Sin creators, for being kind enough to save some face there. Cool, so it looks like we're loading the character creation screen now. So obviously there are 5 races, I suppose you could say. I'll turn those tutorials off for this playthrough. So you've got the dwarves. Dwarves are fiercely nationalistic followers of their queen. Their proud society reveres source and is class-based, deeply divided between haves and have-nots. Damn, they seem like pretty unforgiving class systems, so if you went the dwarves, you'd want to make sure you pick the right class. Don't want to be in those have-not basket. Okay, so we've got dwarves, obviously they're pretty standard fantasy race, and then we've got elves. So these guys look a little bit different to some of the other elves you might have seen in other games. Let's read them. Elegant and long-lived elves are skilled sorcerers. Memory is the keystone of elven culture, and they can absorb memories by consuming consuming the flesh of others. Damn, that's crazy. So these guys, these guys are actually pretty brutal compared to elves in other games. I mean, like, I don't think I've ever heard of elves consuming the flesh of others to absorb their memories. So these guys actually seem pretty badass, and they kind of look like those blue guys from Avatar have come to life in human form, or elven form, should I say. So they seem pretty cool, and they also look pretty tall. Then we've got your standard run-of-the-mill humans. I mean, they've got to be in, don't they? But who picks to play as a human when you've got such other cool races to go as? Adaptable expansionists and superstitious, humans are the dominant race of Rivellon. Civil wars have ravaged their lands, but not their authority. You will not ravage my authority. Anyway, so that's human. Well, I don't think I'll be picking human for this playthrough. And then you got Owlman. How could you not pick these guys after just reading through all that boring human stuff? These guys are lizard race. Lizards of the ancient empire are cultured aristocrats, source adepts who follow rules of law. Outsiders see their society as elitist, and lizards see outsiders as servants. So these guys seem like the kingpins, the aristocrats. They know how to eat properly. They know what to say and what to do, which is kind of interesting for the sort of more animalistic race to be that way. So I tip my hat to you, Divinity Original Sin. Then you've got the undead skeletons. Now these guys are pretty cool because they're kind of like an undead version of any of the races that you want to be. So they're very cool. Undead are an abhorred race in Rivellon, considered abominations of the natural order. Those who wish to walk among the living must mask themselves or risk provoking violence. Well, I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious, but you'd think in a realm that's okay with these guys, they wouldn't be so afraid of these guys, but hey, to each their own. Anyway, I think I'm going to play this playthrough as a lizard. So we've got build presets here, wizard, witch, all that sort of stuff. Let's go with wizard to start off with, but I'm going to be changing that around. Skin color, so you got a lot of different skin colors here. Cornflower, lavender, jasmine, cerulean. I actually do quite like the cerulean. Some interesting face choices there. I think let's go with face 6. I like face 6. Oh damn, that's a cool hairstyle for a wizard character. I like that. I won't spend too long on this, guys, but ooh, I think I like that yellow. Yeah, that looks cool. Fire opal.
Greet the Reaper for me.
You're not trying to...
Better luck next time.
I'm ready.
Better luck next time.
Oh, almost got me that time.
Meet your maker.
Even though it's warrior and I'm going to create a mage class, I think that that voice suits this guy to a T, so. Build preset, let's have a look. Intelligence 2, Constitution, yes, that's pretty good. I'm going to change these abilities. If I could give you one piece of advice, I would say invest some skill in Hydrosophist, because it gives you a spell which can heal yourself, and I've found that it's really difficult to get through the game properly if you don't have this. So I'm going to run a skill point in Hydrosophist to start off with alongside Pyrotechnic. Other than that, I'm happy with Persuasion. I changed from Lawmaster to Telekinesis. I don't know, it just sounds like a cooler skill. And then I'll edit my skills. So the skill that you want is Restoration, which restores the vitality of a target character. So you've got a choice up here as well of the Pyrotechnic skills that you want. Searing Daggers, Ignition, Peace of Mind, or Haste. I'd probably recommend starting with the damage ones just because they're going to be more beneficial early game. And then, well, at least I think so. I haven't played a mage class yet, so, and then we'll go with that restoration just to have a bit of self-healing. So we'll confirm that. I'm all happy. We get to our talents. So we've got Far Out Man, increases the range of skills and scrolls by 2 meters. That sounds pretty good to me. There's a whole bunch here, but I'm not gonna go through absolutely all of them. Lone Wolf though seems 2 AP, 2 recovery AP, 30 vitality, 30 physical. Why you are adventuring solo or with at most 1 companion. Oh, that looks good. I actually was thinking about doing this as a solo campaign and just like running solo, but I think that might be too difficult, especially considering I've failed really badly at all my other playthroughs. So let's go with Far Out Man. I think that sounds like a good one. Oh, no, I'm not finished with character creation just yet. Tags. So I think we're a Mystic Scholar. Sounds good. No, I don't think Noble. No, let's not go that. Even though that we're a noble race, I don't think that we're noble. And this is really cool. You get to pick your instrument that plays your theme music. Cool, so that's done. Let's think of a bad name for this guy. How about something like Rudigan? Yeah. Alright, let's start the game. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned.
Oh,
I was shackled and collared
thank God.
and sent to Fort Joy.
Fort Joy sounds like a fairly nice place.
I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Very interesting introduction. Kind of a bit ambiguous, not much explaining. So let's see what we're diving into now. Okay. So that's us laying there. 3 other beds if you were to play multiplayer. I suppose you'd be starting with the other guys in your party.
So it wasn't a dream after all.
There I am. Okay, wow, 4 new journal updates. Alright. So this is my guy. Scroll is a one-time use spell. Okay, alright. So I've got all my abilities down here. Let's just change those around a little bit. Cool. So I can kind of interact with the environment just by sort of like
I
pointing and
don't even
clicking.
remember them strapping me down.
But it's not the first time I've been strapped down. So you can like take things, I guess. So you can have a look at sort of what's around. Green skull. You can take that.
Not a very chatty fellow, are you?
Oh no, couldn't take that. I can take that though. Alright, let's go talk to this person up here. Magister C1.
Ah, you're up there. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
I'm sorry, what did you just call me?
In the
Jeez.
meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs.
Alrighty,
You'll find
Magister
him on the other
Williams.
side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Okay, well, so many options. God. Being amused by the room shape you tell. You know what I mean? Say it alone. I like that. But I also like this. I'm musing about the room shape.
Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers
What?
pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word.
I don't like being
You do
gandered
seem a
at
bit
scrutinizingly.
befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh well, I'm
Not
sure
generous
you'll soon
enough.
gather your
I'm
wits.
still awake.
Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Fort Joy still doesn't sound that bad.
A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
Alright, I'm gonna ask about this sweet
Why,
collar
for
thing around my
peace
neck.
of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Source spells of yours? See what happens.
Alright, I'm gonna try and unleash them.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your
That's
soul
sad.
like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it, see? The collar's function. It's for your own peace of mind, of course.
Okay. Alrighty, so who do we have to see?
Good
Magister Williams.
This-
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face.
Oh,
amid
we're
the
asking
mess.
what happened.
Murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting Waters
Yes.
investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. You
Oh,
surprised?
Far out, always
You'll wonder.
does.
You know what sorcerers are capable of? Whoever did this found a way around their collar and killed a man.
Fair
Small
enough.
ones this time, thank the gods. We'll find out who did it.
Okay, let's talk to this person. They seem to be in charge
Ugly
of the
sight,
investigation.
isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
I don't know whether to like these guys or hate them. They've shackled me up, so I'm gonna be sneaky and ask.
She
This
looks
one.
up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time.
Watching me while I slept is
Even
pretty creepy,
still.
lady.
You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Lizard, say you don't hail from the House of Dreams. When you sleep, you truly sleep. Oh. I'm gonna say that because it's gonna confuse her.
Figured as much.
Okay, she knew exactly what I meant.
Listen, I could use someone to
Oh,
keep
dear.
their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Ha, I'm gonna scoff.
Think
Ha,
about
you
it.
think I'd help
It's
you?
one of you who got killed, not one of us. Who's your real enemy? You let me know if you hear.
You're my real enemy here. I don't think that... yeah, I think you're the enemy. That's
no
what I think.
lesions, no trauma.
So the start of this game is a little bit talky heavy. You do talk to a lot of people. So there's lots of different peeps around the ship that you can talk to.
Ah, there you are. Husband, would you please tell this very
Interspecial
charming
marriage.
gaggle of not-at-all
They're
rat-like
forward-thinking
babes
in
that I am by no accounts this
world.
looser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical. How
I'll play
very
along.
correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused. What?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and get, and maybe...
She turns to
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
I suppose, look, I have a sense of
You're
humor, so
pretty
let's
right.
go. Let's ask about the
Try
murder.
not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Okay, alright. I don't need her to come with me, so...
Her eyes cloud to an
We seem like we have a very different
Greyish
idea
veins
about
run down her face,
how to solve
and her
this
mouth
murder.
tightens into a cruel. As quickly as they came, the cloud.
Good luck, Chief.
I don't know what that was.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice?
Ah, silly question, silly answer. Alright. I reckon she could take it.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no, but I can read the past in flesh. One of the
Ugh.
perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Cause I don't know where your tongue's been.
She chuckles once more.
That red-cheeked refusal tells me more than licking me would. But suit yourself, darling.
On his
Don't
fate.
worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She
Ah,
looks you
thank
up and
God.
down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
Alright. What am I, like a handsome lizard or something like that? Everyone's like coming on to me.
Your kind always
A
hunt-
broad
dwarf.
sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. He raises an eyebrow as you approach.
Listen up, boy. You hear that? The ship, of course.
I'll listen to the
A
ship.
wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And
The sea does sound angry.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
Okay.
that isn't anger. It's
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
He cocks his ear to the other side. Then
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate.
Okay, whereabouts are my breeches?
That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
Okay, I'm gonna let the ambient sounds of the ship fade away.
Aha!
his eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
I guess I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to.
The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means...
I don't know what. I don't want to know when the helmsman's jerking it clockwise. Thank you very much, Beast.
Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
That first one's hilarious.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate, even here.
So ask why he's so excited about reaching Fort Joy. You haven't heard anything good about the place. Note he must be a practiced sailor. Ask what the figure means to him. I'm gonna ask why he's so excited about reaching Fort
No,
Joy.
indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Alright, I'm gonna look him over just to make sure I can find him again. Alright. Ah, one of my kind. The Red Prince.
What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would affect. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Ain't nobody grabbing my face to inspect my teeth.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Well, I am quite the wizard in the kitchen.
Music to my beleaguered
Because I am a wizard when I'm in the kitchen. So, it's not technically a lie.
On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Why not? Even if I can't, I'm going to say that I
The
can.
caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more.
Okay. Why are all these
satisfactory
conversations
answer indeed.
weirdly sexual?
On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
I'm tiring of this game. I'm telling him to bugger off.
Gracious me, what a bore.
I can fill you in on the rest of that conversation. He essentially makes you... He says he wants you to be his bloody...
The elf is reading a volume
servant.
of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round up. He reaches out, flicks a finger against one of your scales.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I'm going to ask whether the book he's reading is any good because he seems engrossed in it.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Let's have a look. Tell me about the war between the Divine Order and the Black Ring. It dwarfed everything that went before. Lizard. Boast the ancient empire has abided through all of history. Even in the face of the Divine Order, it stands strong. I suppose the ancient empire must be the empire that the lizards are a part of. Mystic. Explaining that Rivellon's history is the battle between Source and the Void. Good and evil, light and darkness. Scholar. Well, Cranley Hubert's work is generally seen as the authority, but you can recommend some histories of each race. I reckon good and evil, that's a good storyline. But also the ancient empire. I feel like I'm not super faithful to being like in the lizard culture, because I'm not sort of royal. So I'm gonna go with my mystic answer.
Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already.
Well,
No.
sorry.
I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods.
Ah, the
This
god. Why
text
didn't you
tells
tell me?
that they created all creatures, but where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where
Wouldn't we
are
all
the
like to
others
know?
of their kind?
If he wants legends, he shouldn't be reading a history book. You have often pondered the nature of the gods, but don't have any sure answers. I'm gonna go with a bit more of a humorous answer this time and go with the snort.
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect
I don't like
anything
this guy.
else?
He's a bit stuck up.
Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
I'm gonna ask him
No
why
amount
is he so
of
curious.
pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your
Fine then.
questions.
Alright. That's how you want to play it.
There's nothing else I can make.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Ask if he'd be fine, collared like a dog and stuck in the ship's hold with a corpse and a murderer on the loose.
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
Sorry you're upset, sir, but we all wear what we wear for a reason. You head on in now. Well,
Okay, so they must be wearing source collars too, or is he just tugging his normal one?
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Oh damn.
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Mad! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
I'm gonna ask her what she meant.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
What?
I'm just about to create a scene.
Thanks for the warning, I suppose.
If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Uh-oh. Wendigo. What are you doing? Oh. Damn.
What's happened?
What did happen? Oh my god, they're like burnt to a crispy skeleton. Alright, come on, take some gold. Anything in there? No. Anything in the chest? Oh, here we go. Now, what do we want to roll with? Want to roll with staff or a makeshift wand? Staff gives us a skill, Staff of Magus, which I can use as like one attack per turn, whereas the wand allows me to have a ranged attack as my normal attack, and also gives me poison by the looks of it. I've got the shiv as well, but I'm gonna go with the staff because I feel like that's definitely more my character. I'm gonna move. Staff of Magus to here. I'm gonna put these resurrection scrolls. So those resurrection scrolls you use to heal your teammates. I'm gonna put those as well as the healing potions up the end there. Okay, so I guess let's go upstairs. Okay. Oh, water barrel. All right. So got that water barrel now. So this is what's really cool about this game, is that you can like use stuff like this. Ah, wow. And then can I like attack that? How do I? Alright, now I'm looking like a bit of a noob, but combine with drop items, add to wear. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. So now the burnings are stopped. Just some beds. Oh, there's a chest in there. Let's go check it out. Some gold. Gold seems a pretty short supply here, in all honesty. So I always, try and loot where possible. Let's head through this way because it kind of looks like the way that we're meant to be going. Sneak around the fire.
Need to get off this wreck, and quick! Long before this thing snaps into splinters.
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent.
Death fog.
You press your palm against the door.
No, I don't want none of that. None of the death fog. So there's another water barrel there. Take that. We'll go.
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Okay, interesting. Death fog barrels have been locked down in storage. Stay out, you and us both. If anyone starts fooling around in there, it'll be lights out. Okay, I'm not going in there. I'm just not going in there. Who's this guy? Fan.
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead.
Ah, he's undead this whole time. Let's get a mask on.
Leafing through a volume of Cranley.
No. What it catches fire. It turns into must when wet. It cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
He should be doing the same.
Groans and looks back to his book, frantically
I know your god did not gift you with much.
Jesus, guy's a bit of a d-bag.
Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this, whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over.
Alright, he's right. Ship's going down. I don't have time for chip chat.
One of your race's weaknesses is having your lungs filled with water until you can no longer breathe. So,
good idea.
Resumes his...
Time to get out. Okay, let's head over this way. You know what? I can't not know what's behind the skull mark door. I've been thinking it over in my head, and I just need to know.
The moment you touch the door, your belly goes. It doesn't budge. The door groans open.
Oh damn. Yep, you're right. Should not have gone in here. Oh, I got some shoes though. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's head up. I'll use this potion, heal myself. So you gotta be careful for the fire. If you step on the fire, you do start just burning, which is not good. So, game saved. Oh, it's a fight. Oh, damn. Okay, so it's my turn. So I'm gonna use my dagger ability. So it's turn-based combat in this game, which is kind of cool. I like. This one allows me to pick 3 spots and do that, which is pretty cool. And then I will use my dragon's breath, maybe. I don't have enough. Ignition. So I'm gonna fire them again. Bam. And that's how you kill bugs. Okay, I don't know how to walk through this fire now though without getting burnt, so... Ah! Pitfalls of being a pyrotechnic dude, so... Okay, quick, go, lifeboat.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the others.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes.
Said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
I guess I'm gonna go help those survivors.
Thank you. There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us through here.
A ladder, where's the... Ah, here it is. Alright, here we go. Oh, damn. Whoa, okay. So at the top here is like the turn order, so who goes first and all that. So obviously you can see all those guys that we were talking to earlier are all here. Okay, so what have we got? We got an enemy over here, an enemy over here. I'm gonna go 1 dagger. Oh, well I accidentally picked all 3 for there, so. And then you're gonna go burning on all of these guys. Again, bam. I can Dragon Blaze, but if I had enough AP, but I don't, so I'm just going to use Restore on myself. So then, yeah, so then the camera kind of skips around to all the other people, like if they were members of your party, you actually get to control their actions, but if they're not, it's all automated.
Let the games begin.
Okay, that was pretty easy. They're all rescued.
The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
Uh-oh, what about this person? Magister Siwan.
I hear something.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gut.
I'll
With
try and help
jagged
her.
movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture. Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror. It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of something within the ship. Snaps. The floorboards shudder.
Come on, I'll help you up.
Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly.
Uh-oh. Damn it. Come on, son, get up. Get up. Oh, no. Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
I have plans for you, child.
Ooh.
Right.
I've been saved. I have been risen.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
High Judge Orivan. Feel like he's going to be important. And I think that's sort of the end of like the very tutorial-y type mission. I must say that the difficulty in those fights was incredibly easy compared to the other two difficulty modes that I have played of this game so far, to the point where I feel like it was nearly too short and not as fun and tactical. So I think for my next playthrough, I'm definitely going to increase the difficulty up to the next level just to make it a little bit more interesting to watch. So here we are, guys. We're on the beach, I imagine, somewhere near Fort Joy. And that'll be the end of this stream for the time being. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the intro look into Divinity Original Sin. I'm just going to change the gameplay to classic mode now while I can, so that will make it a little bit more difficult next time. But yeah, so it's a beautiful looking game. It's really interesting. I like the tacticalness of the turn-based combat. But yeah, I guess you guys can make up your own minds. It's a pretty fun role-playing game to play through as well, with all the dialogue options, and I've played a couple hours, like I said, of another a run through, and they do get even more interesting and exciting, and there's a big old world to explore. So yeah, I'll be back with another stream, hopefully within the next sort of few days to a week. So until then, enjoy yourselves. I'm the 02 guy, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now, guys.